Please listen carefully.
Hello, universe, and welcome to the Optimist Daily Update. I'm Amelia Buckley.
And I'm Summers McKay.
And we're part of the team behind the Optimist Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to one focused on solutions.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, home office-worthy, what's your costume today-worthy podcast. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of October, 2021. Amelia, what are you dressed as today?
I am dressed as a work-from-home employee with my festive sweats and old t-shirt. What are you dressed as today?
That's fantastic. I am dressed as a work-from-home employee. I am currently wearing a face mask and a hair mask and a bathrobe, holding a cat, drinking some pumpkin spice coffee. But more importantly than our costumes today, I would like to report that Brennan went to school today wearing a princess, like a puffy princess skirt, because all week this week she's been like, I'm going to a Halloween this week. I'm going to a Halloween this week. So it does appear that she is going to wear a costume every day this week.
I love it. That's what being a kid is for.
Exactly.
That's like how when you're a kid, like the entire week of your birthday also feels like a celebration. You're like, it's my birthday week.
Wait. When you're a kid? I mean,
yeah,
because I do that now. I take all of February.
My birthday month.
Yeah, exactly. All of February. And really, for me, pretty much like from New Year's on, because I'm, the beginning of February. So anyway, it's all about celebration.
Yeah. So what is your Halloween costume actually going to be for the day of Halloween?
Day of, she is a pink dinosaur T-Rex princess. Sometimes she's a pink dinosaur T-Rex superhero. So she accessorizes her pink dinosaur T-Rex costume with either a princess crown or a superhero cape, depending on the mood. So it's cute. It's made out of sort of pink wool, sort of wool knit. It's not too heavy though, so I think she'll happily wear it that day. And it's got kind of big floppy head and big floppy feet. So it's like a 3-piece thing that she wears with just leggings. And it's really, really cute. And what's funny though is that we have had it for about a month and she's almost outgrown it. So.
Oh my gosh.
I need to give that kid less Miracle-Gro, I think. She's growing fast. Do you have a favorite Halloween costume you remember from when you were little?
I'm trying to think. I did have one year I went as an M&M, and my aunt made me this whole like felt-covered wire M&M costume. So I actually had like a big round felt costume on. And
oh, wow.
Awesome. Yeah. And then when I was really little, I got creative one year and I went as Little Purple Riding Hood. So same with Rex dinosaur theme. My childhood creativity was, I want to be Little Red Riding Hood, but not Little Red Riding Hood. I want to be Little Purple Riding Hood, which made sense to nobody but me, but I loved it.
But it was clearly your perfect costume. I think I remember one of my favorite Halloweens that I remember was actually one of the last Halloweens we were in Colorado. And I wore a costume that my grandmother had made for me, and it was a pink princess dress. And I remember tromping around in the snow in Colorado wearing snow boots and a snowsuit jacket over my pink princess costume to trick or treat. And that was very much what Colorado Halloweens were like when I was tiny. So. Oh, it's a festive week. Now, we're lucky that we have you on the pod this week because you are traveling this week. You are not in Bozeman currently. You are back in your original stomping grounds of Santa Barbara, actually to celebrate Halloween, huh?
I am, yeah. I'm back in Santa Barbara for a week. So I am relishing the warmer weather down here before I head back to the snow.
Well, it's good to have you on the pod, stepping in for Kristy today. She was taken away from with some other responsibilities this morning. So Amelia and I thought we'd catch up and get you guys thinking about some healthy eating. Even though it's a trick-or-treat kind of week, there's some good stories about food today on the Optimist Daily. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I'll kick it off. So
right.
Mine are 6 foods for eye health, which I actually have poorer eye health. So this is why I took this one, because I wanted to look into it. So I wear contacts, and then I also had an eye ulcer last year, so my eyeballs are not doing red hot. But maybe if I eat more of these foods, they will be. So our tips on eye health are that, so a lot of people say to eat carrots, but there's actually a lot of other foods that are really high in vitamin A and other eye health vitamins. And the first one that we have on here is bell peppers. So they're really high in vitamin A. That's why they're vibrant in color, just like carrots. And vitamin A has an antioxidant that grabs a hold of oxidative stress and prevents it from damaging cells. So that's why it's so good for your eye health. And then they also have, I'm going to try and pronounce this as best as I can, but lutein and zeaxanthin, which are two major nutrients for the eye. So most of our foods on this article contain both of those compounds. Basically, they are a carotenoid that migrates to the retina, and that's why they're so good for eye health. And eggs also contain these, and so do dark leafy greens. Those are two other ones on this article. And then since vitamin A is fat soluble, they recommend consuming these 6 foods with healthy fats. So like roasting them in olive oil. And then our other have broccoli. It's high in fiber, but it also has those 2 compounds we were talking about. And then chickpeas. That's because they have zinc, which is the carrier of vitamin A, so it helps mobilize vitamin A. And last but not least, seasonally here, we have pumpkin seeds are a great source of zinc also. So, when you scoop out your pumpkins and decorate them this week, grab the seeds, roast them up, and eat them for good eye health.
So I'm imagining like the perfect eye health meal is roasted pumpkin seed hummus dipped, like eaten with broccoli, and then having a side of eggs and leafy greens. I am actually deathly allergic to bell peppers.
No bell peppers for you.
Yeah, no bell peppers for summer. It's so funny because I had lots of food allergies as a kid. I think Brennan's, has some, not a lot of food allergies, but she certainly has allergies. And so that's part of what would affect our ear health and ear infections and colds and stuff like that. And so, but as an adult, the only one that really stuck with me or that I now have to fight with is this bell pepper situation. And I am very, very allergic to bell peppers. And my story actually, I was going to use this kind of as a bridge, but I'll get into it. I'm really into finding alternative ways of having really good vegetarian food options in our home because our oldest daughter is leaning more toward vegetarian. I want to support her in that. We used to have this amazing vegetarian cook who helped us out in California, but I haven't been able to find one in Texas. But this week I just signed us up for a chef collective, which is called Cook Unity. And they do deliver amazing, delicious meals. However, last night, the lasagna, and I had put in the notes, like no bell peppers, severe bell pepper allergy. And last night, as she and I were eating the lasagna, she took a bite before I did. And she was like, I think there's bell peppers in this lasagna. And I was so sad. And so anyway, the rigatoni was really good. But that being said, I am always looking for innovative and new creative ways to come up with meals because I wish I had time to cook every night an amazing, splendid meal for my children, but I don't. And so using things like Cook Unity or some of these other cook co-op chef delivery services is really helpful. What's also really helpful is when the Optimist Daily gives me creative ideas on new potential things that we should be eating. So in addition to our chickpea pumpkin seed dipped with broccoli meal for our eyes, we also have a new veggie for everyone to try. Now, if you're getting tired of your usual veggies and looking for ways to shake things up, look no further than the malanga. Malanga is a delicious root vegetable common in Central America, South America, and Africa. And today we're going to teach you why it should become a new part of your diet and how to cook with it. Now, you guys are like, the malanga, I don't know what that is. Well, let me dumb it down for you. It's the taro root. It's also known as the old cocoyam, idio, dashin, tanaya, or yatusha, and resembles a potato with lots of hair. It has a texture that's a little creamier and denser than the potato. You can cook it much like a potato, but it has great health benefits. It's higher in fiber, has a much lower glycemic index, is rich in B vitamins, a strong source of complex carbohydrates, a good source of antioxidants. So it's basically like a super duper potato. Best ways to cook it: fry it, bake it, put it in stew, soups. And I know of a very particular soup that I think is really good, where you put in some spinach, some of this and some of that, basically all of your yummy flavors from the kitchen, some coconut milk, some yam, and some good old taro root. So throw that all together for a good vegetarian fall stew, and then have your chickpeas. Now I'm hungry, Amelia.
I know, me too. I love this story though, because it's such like root vegetables are such a fall food, so it's perfect timing, because this is like exactly what I want to cook right now.
Yeah. This morning we were also reading what my daughter ate at school this morning, and she had like roasted pear pancakes, and Amelia's like, can I have that recipe? It's definitely, we need to do like a best of recipes on the Optimist Daily, I think. Maybe we just like, as we go into Thanksgiving, we do some like recipe deep dives. Because you're definitely like, you're a cook, right? You're a cook and a baker.
I'm definitely a foodie. Yeah. I'll tell you, I went to last night for dinner in Los Alamos, which is so random because it's the tiniest town, but they have a French restaurant there that was recently Michelin starred. And so that's where we went for dinner last night as like a treat yourself. Oh my God, it was the best food. I was like in a food coma all night. It was so good.
Oh, that sounds heavenly. All right. Well, we should get back to work, even though we want to talk about food all day. What else is on the Optimist Daily today, my friend?
We've got some other great stories. It's a very lifestyle-oriented day on the Optimist Daily today. We've got Candy to Costumes, 6 ways to make your Halloween more sustainable. And one of those is actually a costume swap between older and younger kids. So maybe think into that with your fast-growing pot. We've got this wooden steak knife is 3 times stronger than steel. Barbados elects Dame Sandra Mason as the republic's first president. So Barbados is actually newly becoming a republic, and they just elected their first president ever who's a woman. So that's very cool. 3 tricks to keep your sweaters in tip-top shape. What else do we have?
Eleanor Laloux changes lives as the first French public official with Down syndrome. These crafty activists flock together and stitch canaries for climate change. Newly discovered properties of cannabis could help prevent seizures. All right, we've also got some great stories about laundry detergent, right? So the future of eco laundry detergent is in dissolvable sheets. And I almost picked this story, but I felt like the whole story kind of showed up in the headline, and I didn't know how deep I could go on laundry today, and I knew I could go deep on food. The idea of dissolvable laundry sheets, that makes so much sense, so much less packaging. I love it. That and much, much more is available, as always, on the Optimist Daily. We promise to continue to share positive, solution-based stories with ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for the good. We promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us. Become an emissary. It's the end of the month. You know I'm going to hit you hard. Come on, help us make our numbers. Let's do it. $5 a month helps us keep optimism free for all who need it, supported by those who can. Amelia, thanks for being here today. Let's go cook.
Thanks for having me.
We'll cook remotely together in our work-from-home costumes.
Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.